Hello again, everybody. It's Saturday, so that must mean Saturday story time. And today I've got a really good story, but it is a bit gruesome, so you just need to remember that it is a story. Or is it? The title of this story is The King's Bed, and it's based on an ancient Greek legend. It goes like this. There was once a terrible, terrible tyrant who believed that everything and everyone in the world should fit in with what he thought was the right way to do things. He had a guest suite in the palace, and that's where he entertained his visitors. And one day he called the carpenters and the joiners, and he instructed them to make a bed for the guest room. "How long shall the bed be, your majesty?" they asked. "Exactly 5 feet," he said, "my height." Now, because he was a terrible, terrible tyrant, everyone was afraid of him, and no one dared to suggest that not every guest would be the same height as the king. It would have meant certain death to question the king's instructions, even though it was quite obvious that many guests would not be able to fit into such a short bed. And so the bed was made, exactly 5 feet long. Then the king instructed that whenever a guest came, if they didn't fit the bed, he must be cut down to size if he was too tall, or stretched on a rack if he was too small. Many, many guests came. Some survived the bed because they were 5 feet tall exactly. Many more found at bedtime that they couldn't fit the bed, and so the king's servants came along and cut off their feet or their head until they were made to fit. No one would be so foolish or so tyrannical today as to get everybody to fit their own mould. No one would be so arrogant to assume that they alone knew the right way of doing things. No one today would instill such fear in their servants that no one would dare to raise a dissenting voice. Or would they? So I leave the story of the King's Bed with you today. Take care, everybody. God bless, and don't be scared of your bed.